to come to the podium for his speech.
Class of 2012, it is time to spit on our idea of success. Not because we find this idea crass or deplorable, not because we perceive it as the oppression of greater society, and not because we want an excuse to slouch around in pajamas and eat Captain Crunch for the rest of our lives. We must spit because the realization of our potential requires that we release ourselves from the futures we have created and to which we have given power. I don't believe I can adequately speak for everyone, as we are a population too diverse in personality and ambition to be represented by any one individual. We are expressive nerds, artistic athletes, kind-hearted punks, involved introverts, shy activists, and numerous other jumbles of titles and descriptions. A species of contradictions, we have virtually unlimited potential for greatness and equal potential for stagnation. I fear that in this era of constant transformation, dependence on the expectations of others will leave us unable to thrive in the world. Those who achieve success are unlikely to push themselves past it, and those who believe it unachievable will not try. Our society is perceived as nurturing to the dreams of some and an affront to the dreams of others. Yet who can know which dreams are internal and which are but a reaction to society? For us, the key is knowing the difference. There are obvious futures involving college, work, and eventual retirement, but such plans limit us. They keep us so focused on vague, long-term goals that we can't figure out what will challenge and satisfy us now. Everyone has always asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? But what if this question has defined our thinking? What if our dreams exist only because they're easy to articulate? We must remind ourselves that we can no longer classify our futures by title as we did when we were children, saying, I'm going to be a doctor, or I'm going to be a superhero. In fact, we probably won't be able to classify ourselves at all. We need personal definitions that don't allow the crutch of a single identity, definitions that can't be explained, but allow us to realize our potential and teach us how to fulfill it. By understanding ourselves, we can begin to understand the nature of our successes. I've been given this opportunity to speak because of my GPA, a number representing my good grades in high school. There are many among us who have achieved at least as much, but in ways that are far harder to measure. I would like to recognize those in the class of 2012 who worked hard, pushing themselves academically, physically, mentally, emotionally, or in ways more difficult to define. Those who triumphed over momentous workloads and still found time for jobs and activities, those who dedicated themselves to the perfection of a skill or the pursuit of a hobby, and those who pulled through without the help of their parents, managing bills and homework simultaneously. It is easy to measure success in the numbers of a GPA, but far harder to measure it in personal growth or the overcoming of obstacles. It is also easy. It is also easy to measure success in the reactions of other people, and I find I forget about my meaningful successes when I realize no one is laughing at my jokes. Judging ourselves on social standing is far easier than figuring out if we're satisfied with who we are. For instance, I seek validation from my peers by studying their favorite catchy and slightly derivative new bands, while I neglect listening to music to which I truly connect. We are compelled by a seemingly insatiable need for acceptance, yet we need to create an identity not dependent on external events or people. We must look to ourselves to create new definitions of achievement. Ashland High School has given us opportunity, and we use it not to strive for straightforward successes, but for something much grander, the achievement of our full, glorious potential. Let's not tune out the wailing unknown that buffets those seeking a meaningful purpose, but allow it to shift and expand our successes. I understand the difficulty of these tasks, but we've proven that meeting society's expectations is a goal too easy for the class of 2012. Let's challenge ourselves to meet our own expectations. Our futures are as exhilarating as they are frightening. But as Paul Westerberg of The Replacements sang, if being afraid is a crime, we'll hang side by side. I challenge all of us, together, to embrace uncertainty, fulfilling our potential by creating our own success. Thank you.